The Midnight Feline Fiasco, Part 2, The Reckoning. Previously, our protagonist had delved into the dank underbelly of the inner city, discovering the untamed world of feral cats and their human allies. Today, we continue the adventure of these feline fiascos, as our hero navigates the labyrinth and the wasteland of an urban jungle in search of life's meaning and purpose. Strap in, dear mad cat-ters, for the ride is about to get even wilder. Scene 1. A New Dawn. As the first light of dawn seeped through the cracks of the cityscape, I found myself standing in the aftermath of the midnight feline fiasco. The city had transformed into an unrecognizable beast, a place where the line between man and animal had been irrevocably blurred. Yet, as I watched the sun rise over this strange new world, I felt a surge of energy tingling through my veins like an electric current, urging me forward on a quest for understanding, a journey to uncover the secrets that lurked beneath the surface of this feline frenzy. Was I mad? Nothing else mattered. At this point, it was too late to turn back. Scene 2. In search of answers. With a heart full of unanswered questions and a spirit aflame with curiosity, I embarked on a treacherous pilgrimage through the concrete jungle, seeking out those other brave but ridiculously flawed souls who dared to reach out to the wild creatures that roamed the shadows. Yes, the burning curiosity. It was the same one that killed the cat. I found solace in the company of these fellow wretched wanderers, those outcasts and misfits who, like me, had been drawn to the enigma of these feral cats. In all-night diners, greasy spoons, and dive bars, we shared stories and laughter, nursing our bloodied wounds and tending to our bruised, tortured souls, finding at least some comfort in the knowledge that we were not alone in our quest. Scene 3. The City's Pulse. Together, we delved deeper and deeper into the heart of the ghastly city, where we finally encountered the hidden sanctuaries of the feral cats. In these sacred spaces, we witnessed the primal dance of life and death, an ancient ritual that played out before our very eyes. Madness, no human should dare look upon it. And yet we marveled at the grace and beauty of these beastly wild creatures as they stalked their prey and defended their territories with a ferocity that both terrified and mesmerized us. It was intoxicating, horrifying, madness. Yet the other world, of job, of home, of warm food, of a clean bed, these meant nothing to me anymore. I was becoming one of them. Madness. And as I observed their life and death struggles, I began to see my own reflection in their feline eyes, recognizing the primal instincts that drive us all in this mad world we call home. The line between sanity and madness was a blur, and yet all that mattered was to learn more about them. Scene 4. Revelations. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, I found myself growing ever more entwined in the feral cat underworld. I began to understand the very language of the cats, to decode the secret messages that they etched into the fabric of the city with their claws and teeth. I discovered the intricate web of alliances and rivalries that shaped their existence, as they battled for survival in a world that seemed hell-bent on their destruction. And through it all, I realized that the true power of these feral cats lay not in their fearsome claws or razor-sharp teeth, but in their indomitable spirit, their relentless drive to carve out a place for themselves in the unforgiving landscape of the city. Scene 5. The Turning Point, but. Just as I began to feel that I had unlocked the secrets of these mysterious and wonderful feral cats, a new revelation threatened to shatter my newfound understanding. Or was I diving deeper into the pit of madness? A pit of insanity I could not return from? It came in the form of a mysterious figure, a shadowy presence that seemed to haunt the edges of my vision, always just out of reach. This enigmatic stranger appeared to hold the key to the final piece of the feral cat puzzle, a truth so profound that it could change the very fabric of reality itself. Determined to unravel the mystery, I set out on a desperate chase through the dark and dangerous corners of the inner city, following the elusive trail of the shadowy figure that taunted me from the shadows. Scene 6. The Pursuit. As I raced through the labyrinthine alleys and dimly lit streets, my heart pounding, my chest aching, gasping for breath, the city seemed to twist and warp around me, a kaleidoscope of chaos and confusion that threatened to swallow me whole. Madness! But I refused to be deterred, driven by an insatiable hunger for the truth, whatever truth there was left, with nothing but a burning desire to uncover the secrets that lay hidden within the enigma of the feral cats. My pursuit led me to the darkest, most malevolent corners of the city, where the veil between the world of the living and the realm of the dead seemed to blur and fade, a place where madness and reason danced a macabre waltz in the shadows. I was at my end. Had the curiosity killed me? Scene 7. The Revelation. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of chasing ghosts, feline phantoms, and wrestling with my own savage inner demons, I found myself standing face to face with the mysterious dark figure that had haunted my every step. To my utter astonishment, the stranger revealed himself to be none other than the spirit of an ancient feline, an Egyptian cat who was once worshipped as a living god, a primal force that had walked the earth since time immemorial, a guardian of the feral cats and their untamed essence. I knew at that point my madness had an end. This spectral, be it a demon or an angel, I did not know or care. The curiosity, the craving was finally satisfied. This spectral being shared with me a wisdom that transcended the very boundaries of time and space, a truth that shattered the illusions of my own understanding and set my soul ablaze with the fire of enlightenment. Scene 8. The Awakening. As I stood in the presence of this celestial messenger, I felt a profound sense of awe and humility wash over me, a recognition of the eternal connection between all living beings, and the sacred bond that unites us in our struggle for survival. I realized that the feral cats were not merely the wild beasts that I had once believed them to be, but rather the living embodiment of the same untamed spirit that dwells within us all, a reminder of the primal instincts that drive us to fight and claw our way through the madness of the world. With this newfound knowledge, I returned to the streets of the city, a changed man, wealthy in wisdom, a seeker of truth and a guardian of the feral cats, committed to sharing the wisdom that I had been granted and shining a light into the darkness that lay hidden within the heart of the urban jungle. And so, our hero's journey comes to an end. But the quest for understanding and the pursuit of truth continues. The feral cats and their untamed essence will forever haunt the city's beastly shadows, a reminder of the wild spirit that dwells within us all. Remember to like and subscribe for more tales of adventure and enlightenment as we continue to explore the mysteries of this mad, beautiful world that we call home. Until next time, dear friends, stay wild.